Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration, the galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared, we are conducting a mock battle with the USS Republic.
Captain Patterson reports the Republic is in position and ready to begin, Captain.
The Republic is arming weapons and raising shields. I suggest we do the same, Captain.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Computer estimates the Enterprise's warp drives have overloaded and exploded.
Not my engines.
It's just a simulation, Scott.
Captain Patterson says better luck next time, sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux 5. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the Acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists. Starfleet out.
We're off course, Captain.
There are Ilasi ships closing rapidly, Captain.
This is a mess now, isn't it?
Damage control standing by, sir.
Message from the Alassi captain, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
You shouldn't have come here, Kirk. Now we must destroy you. Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game. No game saved. Load a previously saved game. Quit the game. Load a previously saved game. No game saved. Load a previously saved. Quit the game. Restart the game. Load a previously. Quit the game. Restart the game.
Demon World.
Though the Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful exploration, the galaxy holds many surprises. To be prepared, we are conducting a mock battle with the USS Republic.
Captain Patterson reports
The Republic is arming weapons.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Computer estimates the Enterprise's warp drives have overloaded and exploded.
Not my engines.
It's just a simulation, Scott.
Captain Patterson says better luck next time, sir.
Lowering shields and disarming weapons.
Message coming in from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Jim, the Enterprise is ordered to travel to Pollux 5. The natives report that alien life forms have been attacking the settlers near a mine at Mount Idle. You are to report to the High Prelate of the colony. The settlers are members of the Acolytes of the Stars sect. The description of the attackers vary, but all say that the attackers resemble creatures from many Earth religions known as demons. Starfleet wants you to determine the nature of these creatures and to resolve the situation without bringing harm to the colonists. Starfleet out.
Topic not available, Captain. Topic not available, Captain.
Pollux 5 system. An inhabited satellite of Pollux B. Pollux 5 has lately emerged from an ice age caused by large meteor strikes. It has recently been colonized by the Acolytes of the Stars religious sect. The planet is home to a wide variety of plant life, but insects and other lower life forms are the only known animals. Mount Idle, a major mountain on Pollux 5, rising 5,360 meters above the planet's sea level. Demon, mythological term for malevolent supernatural entities in the service of the devil, common in many mythologies and religions, most notably Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Hinduism. Acolytes, fully Acolytes of the Stars. Inspired by old human religions, the Acolytes of the Stars are a group of deists that have colonized several worlds in this quadrant. The Acolytes prefer a relatively primitive lifestyle, reminiscent of mid-21st century Earth rural communities. Acolyte missionaries regularly assist nearby Federation worlds during times of need or disaster. Major Acolyte settlements are Nicolasi on Pollux 5, Germania on Maddox 2, and Kentigern on Haven's World. Nicolasi, chief colony of the Acolytes of the Stars religious sect, with over 1,000 members. Nicolasi is isolationist by Federation standards, but has assisted disaster relief teams and geologic surveys. It is led by Robert Angevin. Robert Angevin, fully High Prelate Robert Everett Angevin. As High Prelate of the Acolytes of the Stars, see Acolytes, On Nicolasi, Robert Angevin serves as political and spiritual leader for that religious colony. Angevin is the acting Federation contact on that world and is considered by Federation diplomats to be a fair and capable leader.
We have arrived at Pollux 5.
Entering standard orbit.
Pollux 5 has recently emerged from an ice age, sir. It's spring at the moment, cool but tolerable. Sensors indicate previously documented flora and fauna. Nothing unusual.
Message from High Prelate Robert Angevin, sir.
Welcome, Enterprise. The High Prelate awaits you. Please, beam down and meet with him.
Captain's log.
Save new game.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
This is so much better, gentlefolk. We are honored at your presence, and hope you will find peace here in our haven.
Captain, the flora on this planet is very interesting. I wonder how useful it may be for medicinal purposes.
I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We have received word that alien life forms are creating problems at your mining facilities at Idle Mountain. Tell me more.
Certainly, Captain Kirk. Not aliens per se. We have encountered what we believe are demons at Idle Mountain. Creatures surely emerging from the very gates of hell. Our God would not test us thus without reason. So we believe your might and insight are our God's method to help us discover what is going on.
Aside from seeing demons, has any hard data been collected? Any evidence I could see?
A skeptic would consider everything merely anecdotal or unproven. My people will gladly tell you their own stories, so you need not hear it secondhand through me.
What can you tell me about the mine itself?
The area is exceptionally stable tectonically, and easy for our machinery to work in, praise God. We've mined for hafnium and a variety of useful trace elements. The deeper we dig, however, the more anomalous the variety of minerals seems to be. Our Ignatiate brother Stephen has his own theories about why this might be. Either way, the anomalies inspired Brother Candray to conduct studies inside the mine. Yesterday, he reported discovering a strange door. A gate to hell, surely, for the demons caused a cave-in immediately. Candray was trapped, unconscious, and the demons prevent us from rescuing him. We can only hope he is still alive. Thank you for your courtesy, Kirk. May you receive the guidance and protection of our God as you complete this divine mission.
High Prelate Angiven waits patiently for you to decide what you will do next. Dr. Leonard McCoy, the finest doctor in Starfleet, wishes that he were on a warmer planet. Spock raises an eyebrow. Ensign Everts, who has never been this close to snow before in his life, gazes with childlike fascination at the ground. A quickly constructed Spartan shelter, primarily used by fledgling colonies. A beautiful snow-covered scene with a path leading off to Mount Idle.
Captain, demons and supernatural creatures are, almost by definition, illogical. Yet it is evident these people believe what they have seen. Barring illness or mass hysteria, I agree that a real problem seems to exist.
You look rather cold, Bones.
I'm not cold. I'm freezing. And that damn transporter just had to set me down in the middle of a snowdrift.
A centimeter of snow does not technically constitute a drift, Doctor.
And doctors say that patients complain too much. I've never seen snow like this before. This is great.
You mean you've never built a snowman, Ensign?
I've never even thrown a snowball. Do you think anyone would mind?
Well...
Later, Ensign, we have work to do.
Of course, sir.
I am worried about Brother Chubb. Can you examine him, Doctor?
The medical methods of these people seem primitive to me, Doctor.
By our standards, yes. Here the acolytes prefer a simpler lifestyle. Unfortunately, this is one of the consequences.
He is too busy consoling the wounded man.
My Uncle John lived with the acolytes a long time ago. He died in their service helping plague victims on New Ontario 6 20 years ago.
The acolytes did a lot of good work for the needy in this quadrant.
It will be good to help them for a change.
He is too busy consoling the wounded man.
This man needs help, Jim, and I wouldn't want to put it off for too long.
This man is in no condition to talk.
Jim, this man has suffered severe physical injuries to his head and arm. The wounds have been adequately cared for. However, he has developed a Neugerian infection. If not treated swiftly, the effects can be fatal. The infection can normally be treated with hypoditoxin, but there's none on the Enterprise.
I may be of some assistance. The Lorexian berry grows near the mouth of the cave. If I could acquire it, I would be able to synthesize the hypoditoxin from the berry. Unfortunately, the demons prevent us from approaching the cave entrance. Perhaps you could retrieve it for me.
Save new game. Replace previous game. Save new game. Replace previous. You fail to obtain anything. They are too heavy to move. They are too heavy to.
This man needs help, Jim, and I wouldn't want to put it off for too long.
The medical methods of these people seem primitive.
By our standards, yes.
You see a small explosion, and the Klingon's hand falls to the ground with a dull thud.
I guess they don't make Klingons like they used to, sir.
Captain, we registered phaser fire and an unknown energy beam. Is everyone okay?
We're fine. Did you register any disruptor fire?
No, Captain. Why? Are there Klingons down there?
No, just an idea, Kirk out.
Fascinating. I begin to suspect that we have stumbled upon something that the colonists would never have uncovered.
What is it, Spock?
I wish to gather further data before making a definite conclusion, Captain.
They look like Klingons. They look like Klingons.
I guess this isn't such a great planet after all.
Captain, I detect a recent avalanche approximately 6.2 kilometers away that occurred within the last 3 days. The mountain may be quite dangerous.
Demons, Klingons, avalanches. What's next? The Wicked Witch of the West?
That is not logical, Doctor.
It wasn't supposed to be logical, you green-blooded Vulcan. Why does everything have to be so damn logical? Well, we've seen Klingons. Now all we need is a few Romulans.
Control your thoughts, Doctor. There is a high probability that something here is using our own memories against us.
It's the Klingons' detached hand. One Starfleet issue science tricorder, a science officer's best friend.
This is not a Klingon, Captain. Not a real one. It is an organic construct, an android-like robot. It looks like a Klingon, but the appearance is entirely superficial. There is something different about this particular construct. Come here, Captain. Look at the hand. It seems to have been separated from the body. There's a wiring circuit in the middle of the palm. This is a detached hand with some kind of circuitry in the palm, Captain.
This is definitely not a real Klingon, Jim.
You take the Klingon's detached hand. Mount Idle rises above you. Mount Idle rises above you. These Brandzite pods add a nice touch to the local flora. A large patch of Kytelian tulips. The path is surrounded by some beautiful shrubbery.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Ensign Everts keeping a sharp eye out for anything dangerous. Spock, perhaps the most brilliant mind in Starfleet, pondering a most peculiar mystery. Leonard McCoy, hoping that the cave will be warmer than outside. Various types of berries grow amongst the bushes. A Gindorian fern. This hand was taken from the Klingon outside the cave.
Jim, these are the berries we need to synthesize the hypodetoxin. We must get these to Brother Stephen quickly.
You have retrieved a sample of berries. Save new game. Replace previous. A large pile of rubble blocks what appears to be a large metallic structure. A large pile of rubble blocks what appears to be a large metallic structure.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible.
Jim, the next time you need medical help on a snowball,
Bones.
I'll probably end up coming along.
No sign of demons, Klingons, or other hostiles, Captain. I promise, I'll let you know the instant something appears.
Don't be too anxious, Ensign. We may want to talk with them.
A large pile of rubble blocks what appears to be a large metallic structure. A cavern deep in Mount Idle.
Captain, the structure is extremely unstable. I would not recommend disturbing the lower section before the upper sections have been cleared. Captain, the structure is extremely...
Assume firing positions.
One of the acolytes who is trapped by the rockfall.
It was a near thing, but he'll live.
think Dr. McCoy would be better suited to deal with this.
This man is badly hurt and suffering from shock and exposure as well.
Oh, thank you, kind souls, for saving my life. Let me rest here for a little before returning to report this miracle to Prelate Angiven.
Fascinating, Captain. This door is made of an unknown material. It is clearly built by an alien race we have no knowledge of.
Nothing happens.
It appears to be a security lock designed to open the door when the correct handprint is registered.
The fit is perfect, but something seems to be shorting out.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible.
Jim, the next time you need medical help,
Bones.
I'll probably... Jim, these need to be processed first.
Ah, I see you found the berries. Meet me in my lab. Good! You have found the berries. Bring them to my lab, quickly. Welcome to my study. Feel free to look around. My medical and scientific equipment is surely not so sophisticated as you're accustomed to, but if there's anything you wish to use, please feel free. Also, I would be interested in anything you might have to show me.
This place looks real comfortable. Place to combine work, contemplation. Man's got an eye for the beauty of useful things and for the use of beautiful things. I think we could get along fine.
This study represents a man with a keen mind, Captain. To judge by what I see, there is little which does not interest him. The equipment is antiquated, but practical.
I wonder if any of this stuff might be useful.
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested in my discoveries, Captain. But our God often surprises us.
A multi-purpose workspace with fine, well-worn tools and equipment close at hand. Assorted pieces of glass rest on this table, from ancient beakers to double burners. An antiquated molecular synthesizer sits in the corner. A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal. An old-fashioned computer. It appears to have some type of simulation running. A juicy-looking berry taken near the cave. Nothing happens. The machine synthesizes a quantity of hypoditoxin.
We've got to get this to Brother Chubb as quickly as possible, Jim.
You fail to obtain anything.
Thank you. You're most kind. I headed up the party that sought to rescue Brother Kandri. Without warning, the demons appeared and attacked us as we approached the mine.
Can you tell us what they look like?
Like the demons that have plagued devout folk since before our people left the earth. Huge, muscular demons with ruddy skin, truly the manifestation of evil, with bat wings, horns and talons and a pointed tail. God preserve us all. One tore open my arm and I surely would have perished, but for my companions who bore me back down the mountain.
The demons didn't follow you?
No.
Brother Kandre was, or is, my partner. I was on the communications link when the demons caused the rockfall and silenced him. He said he'd found a strange door with devilish writing. Truly, he came upon the gate of hell itself.
I am Brother Griznash. I went up the mountainside in solitary prayer, seeking to face my fears. Indeed, I found them. A bellowing Krognik demon with sharp teeth and a long snout descended upon me in a rush of wind.
Captain, a Krognik demon has a decidedly wolfish appearance. Brother Griznash, is this not the traditional shape of the Evil One and his minions among Tellarites?
It is.
I believe this may be significant, Captain.
What an interesting artifact. It appears to have been damaged. When you have a chance, take it to my lab and we'll see if it can be repaired.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
What a fascinating piece of equipment. Highly advanced technology. You see here, it seems to have been damaged, however. Take it to my workbench and let's see if it can be repaired. I fear my hands are too shaky to perform such fine work, but perhaps one of you can do it.
Mr. Spock, see what you can do about that hat.
This machinery is delicate, but I have managed to repair the circuitry.
An old-fashioned computer.
Nothing to report, Captain. Fascinating, Captain. It is an Ardak 4 molecular synthesizer, a museum piece in perfect working order. I read a collection of small items of no evident value. I would characterize this as a small museum display, Captain. Residue of several different compounds are in the tubes. None of the compounds would explain the sightings. A vintage 801286 of the mid-21st century. It is a fine museum piece.
The glass case is locked. The glass case is locked.
A glass-fronted display of mineral specimens, including a meteorite, a few fossil shells, the skull of a cat-sized alien animal, and a very encrusted twist of metal.
You are interested in my little museum of curiosities?
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me. Yes, tell us about these things. Where did you find all this? Yes, tell us about these things.
I enjoy talking about these treasures. Shall I go into mineral specimens? True curiosities, nothing more. I think they're very pretty, don't you? Shall I go into mineral specimen? Meteorite. I believe this is evidence of the cataclysm which destroyed the moon of Pollux 5 eons past. I've constructed a theoretical model based on analysis of the planet's rings of what things might have been like. I think that the moon, like Earth's moon, would have made a total eclipse of the sun possible. I would have liked to have seen that. conditions making a perfect total eclipse are rare in the universe. Our God creates great wonders. Shall I go into mineral specimen fossil shells? One of the oldest forms I've seen on this planet. Our God makes beautiful things indeed. Shall I go into mineral specimen fossil skull of a small alien animal? The skull of a modern Silati, the largest creature native to this planet, about the size of a house cat from Earth. The Silatis combine a rather insectoid pattern with four-legged reptilian form, including praying mantis-like forelimbs. Shall I go into mineral specimen twist of metal? This chunk of rock is a greatly weathered example of a vanadium tungsten alloy, which doesn't occur naturally. It is my best evidence that the area was previously inhabited. Shall I go into mineral specimen or would you rather move on to something else? Very well. I can't imagine why, but if you have a further interest in any of this, take what you like. But please remember to return my treasures when you're done with them. You are interested in my...
Looks like a pile of junk if you ask me.
Everything of...
The brain case of a small creature looking slightly insectoid, somewhat reptilian. Pretty rock specimens. A common-looking meteorite about the size of a fist. Fossil shells of aesthetic interest. An old corroded twist of metal. An old-fashioned computer. One Starfleet issue science tricorder.
A vintage 801286.
An old-fashioned computer.
Mr. Spock, see what you can dig up from that old-fashioned computer terminal.
Captain, this appears to be a model of the Earth. Notice how it models a proper situation for a total eclipse.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment from... Mr. Spock, see what you can dig up from...
Captain, this appears to be a model of the Earth. Notice how it models a proper situation for a total eclipse. This study represents a man with a keen mind, Captain. To judge by what I see, there is little which does not interest him. The equipment is antiquated, but practical.
I never dreamed that Starfleet would be interested.
Save new game. Replace previous game. Some circuitry triggers a connection and the door opens. A long tunnel descends into the mountain. Dr. Leonard McCoy, glad that the cave provides some shelter from the breeze. Commander Spock, curious about what lies ahead.
I recommend as thorough an analysis of this area as possible.
Many alien machines fill the room. It appears to be an abstract piece of alien art.
Logically, the machinery is sustaining some type of life in suspended animation. If we can reactivate the machines, then we may be able to meet its creators.
I wonder who or what constructed all this.
You get no response.
I'm just a security officer, sir.
Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram of a lunar eclipse of this planet. See how the red sphere of the moon is casting a shadow on the blue sphere, Pollux 5. This must be a very old piece of work, because this planet's moon was destroyed thousands of years ago. The machinery is waiting for the gravitational pull of another eclipse to activate it, an eclipse that will never come. And one other thing, Captain. This may also be a diagram showing the proper settings on that control panel. Fascinating, Captain. It is a diagram. The machinery is...
Welcome to our home. Thank you for repairing our Somnambutron.
Stop. You're trespassing on Federation territory. I welcome you on behalf of the United Federation of Planets. Who are you? Where you come from?
We call ourselves Nowians. Thousands of years ago, we saw that meteor impacts were going to cause an ice age. We created this huge underground shelter to preserve our race, keeping us in suspended animation until the planet had recovered. We programmed the machinery to revive us at the next eclipse, but we did not count on the destruction of our moon.
Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons. Some advanced civilization. Perhaps you can tell us about the demons.
The demons, as you call them, are created by a machine designed to keep intruders away from our sleep chambers. It pulls from the minds of any approaching creature their most feared enemy and produces replicas to scare them away. For you and your crew, it was Klingons. For the Tellarites, a wolf demon. And for the other humans, a demon from their religion. On behalf of my people, thank you for waking us. I will turn off the machinery which creates our guardians, so that they no longer bedevil those with whom we now share our home. Oh, woe! Alas! The key is missing. I can do nothing. Even we will suffer the attacks of our own guardians unless the key can be found. I implore you, if you can help, please do so.
Jim, think about that skull we picked up from Brother Stephen. Now look at this alien. See the resemblance?
A child? No, I see many differences. This must be what our people who did not slumber have become. Still, I would like to see these remains properly interred, according to the precepts of our religion. May I keep this?
Of course, I think you will get along well with the Pollux inhabitants, and I'm sure you will have interesting theological discussions. I think I should return it to where I got it from. No, I want to keep it as a memento for myself. Of course, I think you will.
You found the key. I can now turn off the machinery creating our guardians, and no more sentience shall be at risk. Surely the Holy One smiles upon us all. I have no way to thank you, Captain, but please carry this request from my people to yours. We have much ancient knowledge we can share, and we would like to join your federation. Go in peace.
I will be glad to accept your application to the Federation. We shall have a diplomatic envoy sent to make the final arrangements.
We look forward to meeting them. We also look forward to having discourse with the colonists. Farewell. May the Holy One bless you.
Live long and prosper.
Kirk to Enterprise. Beam us up, Mr. Scott.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Pollux 5 and evaluate your performance at 91%. You and your crew received 3 commendation points. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim.
I might have known there weren't any demons.
We all have demons of our own, Bones. The ones we can't confront are often the hardest to deal with.
These demons were based on fear, Captain. A human failing.
I don't know, Spock. Everything that I've ever read about demons describes them as having pointy ears. Hijack.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The USS Enterprise is to report immediately to Beta Myamed. The USS Masada has failed to report as scheduled. Determine nature of delay and take whatever measures are necessary.
Set course for Beta Myamed, sir.
Save new game.
Captain's log.
Yes, quit the game.